After what felt like 100 moons of lectures from Miss Shirley, the last bell until the weekend had rung, and it was time to go home. I saw almost every pony leave the schoolroom in an instant, as I can assume they had useless things to do. For me and Silver were going to set up our quinceanera as it was being held this weekend. Me and Silver were the last Fillies in the room to leave, as we like to be gentle with our belongings instead of stuffing them in some 5-bit bag. We both got out of the classroom as we started to talk about our party. So, what do you think is coming to the party this weekend? Silver asked me as I showed a smile. Hopefully any pony with a cutie mark, I responded, as I noticed Apple What's-Her-Name with her head down to the ground, and Twist with her head upwards to the sky, walking ahead of us. I'm thinking what you're thinking, Diamond, Silver said as we proceeded to walk faster until we were in range. I started off by saying, I don't know why we had to sit for a lecture about getting a cutie mark. I knew that the other two blink flinks could hear us, so I started to speak a little louder. I mean, waiting for your cutie mark is so last season, I said as Silver started to show off her cutie mark. You got yours. I just got mine. We all have them already, I said as the two blink flinks were already getting annoyed with me and Silver. But I could tell that I was getting under their skin about the whole cutie mark thing. I mean, almost all of us have them already. I corrected myself as the two blink flanks started to look more and more sad by the word I said. Don't worry, you're still totally invited to my quinceanera this weekend, I said as me and Silver started to walk around the two blink flinks, with Silver making a smile similar to mine. It's going to be amazing, Silver added with her taunting voice. It's a party celebrating me and my fantastic cutie mark. How can it not be? I said as me and Silver continued to walk circles around the two, with their faces getting longer and longer, like they were being stretched out to the max. Anyways, I signaled Silver and we stood back before we got both on our back legs as we said our famous motto, Bump, lump, chicka-lump, rump, me and Silver said as we performed our most famous dance in front of the blink flanks, and proceeded to giggle afterwards. Give me a break, Apple Bloom said as she rolled her eyes in response. See you this weekend, Silver said as we stopped laughing. Blank flanks, me and Silver said back as we laughed a bit louder than before, as we left the blank flanks behind and proceeded to walk away from the school. Henry do back there, they're still gonna come? Silver asked as we were just walking past the walkway to the mountains. Of course they are. They can't stand the temptation, I said as we were going to start laughing, when I felt something odd. It was hard to describe it, but I felt like something connected, like something I was missing was found, but it didn't feel any different because, like, come on, like I could be different from myself. Whoa, what in Celestial's name is that? Silver said as she pointed to the nearest mountain with her left hoof. I looked over and saw what appeared to be a hole, I think. I don't know a lot about magic, but I know that there wasn't a spell I had seen before. The spell stayed like that for a while, until me and Silver saw what appeared to be two other ponies fall out of the hole and landed on the same mountain. Whoa, what in Equestria was that? I said as I noticed the ground starting to shake a little. Is it just me, or is that rock getting closer to us? Silver asked as I noticed what appeared to be a huge rock coming down the mountain along with a few other big rocks. Me and Silver managed to get out of the rock's way just in time, but not before they blocked the path that we were going to take to get to Ponyville and our homes. Great. Now how are we supposed to get back home now? Silver asked as I started to think. I knew there was a long way through the mountains and a short way through the grass, but I also wanted to see what that spell was about, as well for a reason I couldn't explain. Let's just take the mountain shortcut and try not to ruin our hoofikers, I said as I led the way through the mountains. I thought it would take a while until we reached the mountains where we saw that spell, but it only took around a half hour, I think, as we reached the peak, and our eyes were shocked. On that peak, there were two ponies who looked to be a little bit older than we were. One was an earth pony with a yellowish color, with brown hair, blue eyes, and a mountain for a cutie mark, while the other one was very different looking. This other pony was an alicorn, with a whitish, pinkish color, with a blue mane, with blue-purple highlights, a crown that rested upon her head, and a music note for a cutie mark. Who in Equestria are these ponies? I said as me and Silver tried to wake him up. Well, I've never seen them before, and they surely can't be from around here, given the alicorn, Silver said in a calm voice. Who are they? I asked myself, as I've never seen them before in my life. And where did they come from?